bring you to Germany. Don't think of paying an agent because, like I told you, unless you want to be scammed and you have surplus money to waste, then look for an agent because I know that people that are going to take advantage of that. You don't need an agent. All you need is someone to guide you, exactly like the services I offer, consultation, for someone to take you through the steps, and that's all. Life with Ruzhoffs, my lovelies, inspiring you to live an empowered life. Today, we're delving into the German Chancen or Opportunity Card, and this is basically a job search visa for qualified people, skilled people. Um, as you all know, and if you don't know, the applications are now open since 1st of June this month. Anyone that qualifies is free to apply for this visa. So I'm going to take through step by step, like who qualifies, what is required, how does the point system work, and then how to go through the application. And of course, as always, for anyone that needs me to hold their hand to guide them through the steps and the entire process, I do offer consultation services. Just email me at info@ruzhoff.com or DM me anywhere on my socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, same name like YouTube, Ruzhoff, and we can see how I'll be able to assist you. Otherwise, let's delve right in. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe. We need your support. Thank you. Basically, a Chancenkarte or opportunity card, like I said, it's a job search visa, and this is a point-based system that offers workers, skilled workers especially, the opportunity to come and work in Germany. So we're going to go directly to who qualifies. What qualifications do you need to even consider applying for this opportunity card or a Chancen card, like we call it here in Germany? Your educational qualifications are very important. Someone with a degree, with a master's, with a PhD gets more points than someone, for example, with a diploma. But for this job search visa, it's not only targeting people who have degrees, we also talk about people that have vocational training. We're talking about people that have IT experience, computer knowledge, but that is something that I'll be explaining in the points-based system. So definitely you must have an academic qualification, and depending on the academic qualification you have, it has to be anerkannt in Germany. Anerkannt means it has to be recognized here in Germany for you to be able to even get that visa, for you to be able to practice that profession here. So depending on what kind of profession you have, for example, if you're in the medical sector, you definitely will need have your qualifications qualified here in Germany, and it's a very easy process. You just have to apply for it. But that's a video for another day, depending on which city you want to move to, and then you can get that recognition. We're talking about professional experience. Brings us, for example, to the people that have been working in the IT sector, computer technology. You even don't have to have a degree in that sector. For as long as you have the work experience and you have proof of this work experience, you already get points to apply for this visa. The amount of years varies, of course, from the kind of profession, but we're talking from 2 years to 5 years roughly. So if you've been working anywhere in the, for example, IT sector or computer sector, then definitely that is a huge opportunity for you and a plus, definitely. We go into language skills. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because I know most people really find it difficult when it comes to the language, but we're talking German, so you definitely need to learn the language, for you to be able to work as a professional here in Germany. And you're going to need the German level, at least B1 to C1, depending again on the profession that you're going to practice. Like I said, there are always so many ways of going around it. For example, there's a possibility of going around the language bit depending on the points, but you'll get to understand that when I get to the point sector. And of course, since I can't explain everything in one video, that's why I offer these consultation services, and then I can guide you along the way. So language is definitely a must. You must have the German language proficiency for you to even think of applying. We're talking about the age. The age is between, adulthood, adult age 14 to the age of 45. You have more chances than someone, for example, who is 50. But roughly that is the age limit, because we're considering for anyone to employ you, you have to be. I say that unfortunately also because someone being 50 doesn't mean they're not productive anymore, but then the employers also are considering how long is this person going to be part of our company? Are they already going to go into pension and so on? So definitely it is up to roughly the age of 45, because they want to know that you'd be worth the effort and investing in you for you to be part of the company, whichever company you decide to work for a long time. Connection to Germany, that is also a big point that can give you more points. People that have been to Germany before, be it for au pair, you've been here to study, or you have relatives, that also gives you points. So again, summary, the qualifications or requirements are educational qualifications, professional experience, language skills, age, and connection to Germany. Now we're coming to the point system. I had to write it down because these are factual matters. I can't make any mistakes. I can't allow myself to even communicate something that is slightly wrong. So you'll understand why I really have to look at my points. So like I say, the Chancenkarte, or what other people call the opportunity card, is a point-based system. I'm going to explain to you how you get these points, where applicants, for example, must score a minimum number of points to even qualify at all. So these are the factors that are considered for you to get the points, right? I think in the video that I did last year, I explained the number of points you get per qualification. I won't repeat them because now I have a lot of information. I don't want it to be too much. But again, you can always DM me for all the details. So we're talking about educational level. If someone has a degree, like I said, a PhD, a master's, they will definitely get more points than someone who has, let's say, a certificate in information technology or a diploma in information technology. So you have to keep that in mind. But it doesn't mean that someone who has a degree will, qualify more than you. It just gives them more advantage, more chances than you do. We're talking about experience. I told you again, in some professions, for example, it's all about the experience, and the advantage again about the Chancenkarte, you're not tied to the profession that you studied. For example, I could be, let's say, a banker. I could be an economist, and then I decided to get the Chancenkarte, but to come and work in Germany as somebody else. So you're not tied to your profession like it was in the past. Like in the past, if you got that visa and you come to Germany as an engineer, you had to get a job in that field. Otherwise, you can't be allowed to stay. But now you can come over and search for a job in different fields. So that is definitely a very, very big opportunity. Language, I already explained that. So that gives you points. Your age, of course, someone who is younger gets more points. Let's say if I'm 30, I'll get maybe 4 points, and someone who's 45 will get 2 points. You understand? So the leverage is different. But at the end of the day, you all have the chance of getting this visa. And then, like I said, also the connections, that is self-explanatory. So the requirements for the Chancenkarte, for you to successfully apply for the card, these are also further requirements that you must fulfill. Just like by any visa, like I explained, au pair visa, or I'm coming for a family reunion, there are also some criterion that you have to fulfill. And now we come to proof of qualifications. Of course, when you talk about education, then you have to show proof. That means your degree certificate, your master's certificate, and so on. So that one, you will need it. Those are the documents basically that you have to show when you take your application to the embassy or through their outsourced TSL services. Work experience records, of course, you're going to need employment letters, references, and other proof of professional experience. Again, like I said, that gives you points. So most of you always ask me, oh, do you have an agent that can help us do the paperwork? I always tell the people, that's the dumbest question you can ever ask. I'm not insulting you, but again, and I explain why I call that dumb. When you talk about paperwork, we're talking about the documents that the embassy requires of you to even consider you for this visa, And I always say paying someone to do the paperwork, what paperwork are you talking about exactly? Because all this paperwork comes actually from you. And these are the things that I'm talking about, because most of you also DM me and like, oh my God, can you do the paperwork? No, this is something you have to do for yourself. My job is to guide you, to support you, to take you through the steps, to help you not make mistakes, but you do the paperwork yourself. Because, for example, if you paid me so much money to do the paperwork for you, and at the end of the day, I'll call you and I'll be like, okay, make sure you have your qualification certificates, make sure you have your job references. That is all work that you do by yourself, So keep that in mind. Don't waste your money. And very importantly, don't think of paying an agent, because like I told you, unless you want to be scammed and you have surplus money to waste, then look for an agent, because I know that people that are going to take advantage of that. You don't need an agent. All you need is someone to guide you, exactly like the services I offer, consultation, for someone to take you through the steps, and that's all. You can do the application yourself. You should do the application yourself. Don't waste your time or your money to end up getting scammed and then hitting my DM after being scammed. Okay. Then you're going to need language proficiency. I talked about it. Of course, the certificate. You have to show proof. If you have B1, B2, you have to show the certificate. We're talking about financial stability. Now, that's the problem. So for you to come for that 1 year, because it's normally 1 year for a job search visa, you're going to need around 12,000 euros for the time of stay. That is roughly 1,450, I think, for a week. And why do they need that? We're talking about you're coming to search for a job. You're going to need accommodation. You're going to need transportation to interviews. You're going to need, money like to print out your CVs and whatever. So definitely you're going to need financial muscle for you to sustain yourself until you find a job. But one thing I can assure you why this is worth the investment is if you're qualified, depending on your profession, the possibility of you getting a job even before like the end of that year is very, very high. So if you like, you can even get a job in the first 6 months. So it won't matter that you had to look for this 12,000, because again, you get employed, you get to earn that money real quick. But there are no promises, of course, depending on your profession and your luck. There's so many factors in life that decide how quick some people get jobs and some not, and so on and so forth. But those are things that I can guide you with, and that is through our integration consultation. That means when someone has relocated here, I can still guide you on how to easily get a job, how to prepare for interviews, how to apply for jobs, which sectors to look out for, and so on and so forth. So definitely, and unfortunately, like most people say, it sounds like a lot of money, but it's part of the requirements. Health insurance, like for all visas, you'll need health insurance for any eventualities, and there are recognized health insurance companies in Germany for such visas. If you need them, you just DM me, and through our consultation process, I can let you know which ones to apply for. Definitely no criminal record, no brainer. So I hope you've not been messing up your life, because then you have no chance. So we're going to the last and important part where most of you have been DMing me, oh my God, I want to apply. How do I go about it? Like I said, very, very important. And why did I start with the requirements, with the qualifications, before you even waste your energy and your time and doing things in a rush to make for the application, because it also costs money to apply for it. You want to be sure that you have all the documents, that you have all the qualifications and requirements. And when you have all that together, and that's what you call paperwork, and that's something that you can and should do yourself with guidance from someone, again, exactly what I do, then you can now look at how do I apply. And that's the part that I'm taking you through right now. So like I said, gather all necessary documents, including your academic and professional qualifications, the references, the certificates. And I mean, every certificate and reference could add an advantage, it could give you more leverage. So make sure you have all of them. Evaluate your eligibility. Like I said, am I eligible? Do I have all the minimum requirements? If you have like 6 points and above, you already qualify to apply. Again, make an appointment, submit your application through the embassy, depending in the country you're staying in, or the consulate. You'll attend an interview, definitely. And again, I can prepare you for that. If you need me to prepare you or guide you before the interview, definitely that's something that I can do. And just wait. It's that simple. Wait for the decision. And why am I emphasizing it's that simple? Because I'm tired of people DMing me, because I feel so sad. People DMing me and they're like, they've been scammed of this much. Even today, someone DM'd and was like, please connect me to a real agent who will help bring me to Germany. I was like, slow down. First of all, you're not a commodity that someone's going to bring you to Germany. I would call that immediately human trafficking. Secondly, you are going to get scammed because our laws work differently. Thank God. We're not talking about people going to the Middle East, taken to work for other jobs, and they end up, being human trafficked and into slavery. Thank God our European laws are different. So no one is going to bring you to Germany. So don't even think about that. Don't start wasting your money. Just, I give you free information. detail free information in all these videos. This is information that other people make you pay for. Just take your time, take a few minutes, listen to the videos, and if you still have questions, DM me, but don't jump to get me an agent to bring me to Germany, because again, you'll get scammed and hit my DM, and I'll not be so sorry for you, because I always warn you. Okay, so my lovelies, don't fall into those traps. These are things that you can do yourself. It's a very simple process. What you always call paperwork, those are documents that you should provide. Even if you paid me millions to do the paperwork for you, you'd end up doing the work and I'll be taking the money for nothing, because again, I'll be requesting you for the paperwork, for the documents, and I will also send you to do the application. So why would you have to pay me to do the paperwork? I really hope you understand. I'm very passionate about that, because I don't want you to fall prey to people that take advantage of your sorry state or situations. So, and I always say ignorance is never an excuse. You can always educate yourself. And that's why we do these videos. So we offer you a chance at life without really having to waste so much money or go through bad experiences. So you just wait for the decision, and when it's done, and hopefully you get approved, they will get in touch with you. And for me, my final thoughts are the Chancenkarte, the opportunity card, is a very, very, very good opportunity for especially qualified people that have been, when I look at like the people in my country, we have a very, very large population of educated people that are unemployed, that are working under terrible working conditions. This is the opportunity to have a better job, to have better working conditions, and to even, broaden your horizon. So definitely, definitely, if you've been dreaming of working abroad, relocating abroad, elevating your economic status, then I would say the Shansen card, the opportunity card, is the best option for you. And I would say it's your ticket to a new life in Europe, and Europe's most dynamic countries in the world. So my lovelies, I'm here to inspire, uplift, and empower you. Until next time.